Darren Long. Subliminal speaking, how to say it without really saying it. Subliminal speaking, how to say it without really saying it. Darren Long.
When you get down around this area, and all I can think about is a pig and the Green Lantern and everything but the speech I had to prepare. However, I'm speaking on subliminal speaking. You know, you've all heard of subliminal advertising. A guy named James Vickery, 1957, actually coined that term. For those of you not familiar with the story, he claimed to, in a New Jersey theater, put one frame in the midst of this movie. Every 5 seconds, one frame would repeat. One frame said, "Hungry? Eat popcorn." 5 seconds later, another single frame would appear, "Drink Coca-Cola." Those messages would repeat every 5 seconds, but they're only on the screen for 1/300th of a second, well below the level of human perception. He claimed that popcorn sales rose a whopping 57%, while Coca-Cola sales increased 18%. Once those findings were released, all kinds of advertisers jumped on that bandwagon. And later came a big public outcry that caused the FCC to totally ban subliminal advertising in 1974. Well, later, Dr. Vickery's findings were challenged by the president of the Psychological Institute. And under such scrutiny, he finally confessed that, hey, I made the whole thing up. You know, that wasn't the first time that the government went to a great deal of time and expense to protect us from something that wasn't hurting us in the first place. Yet it got me thinking, what if we had a way to say something to someone subliminally that would get our point across, yet not really say what we mean? I admit, as a man, I know that women have been doing this to us for years. We recently, as an example, had in our Toastmasters club during table topics, a woman was given the assignment to talk to her best friend about her upcoming divorce, yet never mention her chronic halitosis that she had, bad breath. So I thought, rather than just coming out and say, "Hey lady, your breath could knock the buzzards off a manure wagon," she might try something a little more soft, a little more tender approach, like, say, "I'm so sorry to hear of your pending marital troubles. I wonder if you've taken the time to fully identify the scope of all those problems. I think if you wrote them all down, you could probably really get on the crest of what the issue was." You don't have to write them all down tonight. Just make a nice little listerine of everything. Might not get them down, but at least you can put a dentine in it. Write down everything, even if it seems kind of ticky-tack to you. That's all I really meant to say. And then I thought, what if we turned that up even more? I know as guys, most of us know the proper answer to the question, "Did these pants make my butt look fat?" Despite the 50 miles of bad road that might be hidden under that spandex. Instead, we might try this approach. Husband comes home at night, throws open the door. "Hello, honey, I'm so happy to be home. Boy, it looks like you've had a hard day. I see you're really getting a big behind in your housework. So maybe I could help you out just by doing the dishes tonight." "No, don't thank me, it's the least I could do. You certainly have ample things to do around here." "Say, what is that intoxicating aroma? Is that rump roast? Wow, that thing is huge. That's way more than a body should have. You know, I'm so lucky to be married to you. In fact, standing next to you, I look just like a big bum. And say, what are these? Are those giant cinnamon buns? Wow, they really plump when you cook them, don't they? Are those made with butter or just lard? You know, I haven't seen buns that huge since the last time we visited your mother." I think that I'm probably really on to something with this way of thinking. In fact, I'd like some of you gentlemen to take those ideas home and test them on your own. Come back and get back with me so that I might engage in some of my own field testing. I really have enjoyed this speaking to you about subliminal speaking. In fact, if I was going to vote for any kind of speaking at all, I'd say subliminal speaking would be the vote for me.